I just arrived yesterday, so it's my first time coming to the show. But my impact of it is that it's a lot more outdoors of a show, in the sense of off-road, a lot more camping, a lot more going into the wilderness, in touch with nature. So it's really impressive to me to see this kind of difference. Especially the trailers, the off-road trailers. I've never seen so many and so many different types. So it's you really have this feeling of contact with the nature that's going on here, and it's also a much younger show. I would say, like not in Italy, but maybe in France and Germany, it's more retirees that go camp. It's more of a traditional, on-road camping kind of thing. And here you can see a lot of you see two generations. You see the children with their parents, So it's you get this feeling of it being more vibrant. Well, it's kind of hard to predict how it's going to go, just because there's been such a strong crisis since 2008, 2009. So you have some markets that have really shrunk. So, for example, Italy used to have 16,000 vehicles registered. Last year we closed with 4,000. So I'm talking about campers. Campers. So there's really a sense of it diminishing. What's really growing in Europe are campers versus caravans. In the 1980s, it was 90% of the market was caravans, 10% was campers. Now it's campers for the first time outsold caravans. So even in traditional markets such as Sweden, where caravan was the vehicle of choice, campers have sold more. Yeah, I think there's a lot of parallels to how Italy was maybe in the 1970s when the market first started. I think it's still kind of a young market in South Africa, and I think there's so much potential, especially just because of the nature of it. So there's a growth potential for tourists coming to South Africa and maybe wanting to go camping. I think going around in a camper is a wonderful experience for tourists coming here, and for the locals, they enjoy doing the braai. Our main products are bike racks and awnings. Awnings being our main product for sure, and the awnings I can tell that they're working quite well here. Especially our enclosures. Because maybe on the smaller off-road vehicles like a 4x4 or a caravan trailer, the smaller ones, they like to have the open space outside, and they like to have an enclosure which essentially adds an extra room. So I think our main products are working quite well in South Africa, because it's so off-road here and so outdoors, and the climate is very demanding with the sun and the dust and everything. If a product manages to maintain quality in South Africa, we know it can maintain the same in Europe, where the conditions are easier. I did get a chance to walk around and see. There's definitely a couple of things that I think we could do next year. I don't want to maybe say it right now, but